Hey guys, and welcome to Just Cause 3. Now, I will mention I am a massive fan of the Just Cause franchise. I played the original, I played Just Cause 2, I 100%ed it, got every single achievement and trophy possible, and sunk hundreds and hundreds of hours into it on PlayStation 3 and PC. Just Cause 3 I can't even say the name of it, and I claim I'm a fan. Just Cause 3 came out, and I actually gave it a miss. I know I said I'm a huge fan, but I kind of thought, okay, this looks a bit too much like Just Cause 2, and because I've played it so much, maybe I won't enjoy it. But I was lucky enough to get a press copy, which came with all the DLC, and I can safely say I was wrong. And I could not be happy about that. So this is MAGIX, the land which you go around and liberate as Rico. If you don't know what Just Cause is, it's a very high-octane, adrenaline-filled game, where you can do loads of crazy shit. So, the staple of the Just Cause franchise is you actually have a wingsuit now, but, well, ignore the jets. I will go into those in a moment. I'll stick to the wingsuit. Wingsuit you can use to glide around and get around the land easier, but the staple has always been the grapple and the parachute. You have unlimited, you don't need to worry about them, but you can grapple around, which will make movement very, very easy, and you can just deploy them as much as you want. There's no cooldown, there's no limits to it. And you can upgrade them, you can use them better, and you can just grapple around, and you can do this, which is called essentially slingshotting, which is the easiest way to get around. You can, like, say, if I like the look of that yellow car, I could grapple to the yellow car, and I could hijack it. So you can use vehicles if you want, but obviously when it gets to the point where you can use helicopters and military jets, and obviously the slingshotting and grapple and wingsuit is very powerful, but the vehicles are there if you prefer that method of transport. So let's hop out this vehicle, and if I'm correct, this is an unliberated town. So I'll show you the whole map. This is just one set of islands. That's where I started, and that is the main island, which I haven't been to yet. I will mention I am, how far into the game am I exactly? I will have to apologise, the menus can be pretty laggy, especially when I'm recording. But if I go to the stats, I've got 33% overall progress, and this is, I can't actually see, oh no, I can. Okay, the amount of time I have played is 17 hours. 17 hours in total, and I'm this far in the game, and I haven't even been to the main island yet. But you can go around and liberate towns if you want to. So, liberating a town involves a set of objectives. You can see at the top left, ooh, I actually need flares, so I'm going to quickly grab those. You can see all the objectives at the top left. So, I need to disrupt some soldiers, I need to destroy some billboards, some gas stations, and the whole game is basically about chaos and causing chaos. So, this is a propaganda billboard about the owner of this place, so I can plant some C4 to it, I can grapple away, and I can blow it up. And there we go, I've now partly liberated this town. But to completely liberate it, I need to destroy absolutely everything. Obviously they're going to have soldiers who aren't going to be very happy about this. So in Just Cause franchise you have a set of ridiculous weapons, like the Hydra missile, which will, well, it'll dispatch them pretty effectively. And there are a lot of explosives as well. At the gas station, I could blow that up, and then you'll get a glorious blaze of explosions. The explosions in this game look fantastic. They have nailed the amount of smoke and the physics and everything, and obviously this isn't on highest graphic settings, but it still looks great. And you can get loads of weapons, you can get loads of C4, you can get vehicles, you can obviously use your grapple. Like if I go a bit more primitive for a moment, let's find a decent vehicle which I can use. I need a kind, where was that military jeep I saw earlier? I think I could take this one. So if I grapple to that and hijack it from these guys a second, there are a lot more basic ways you could do things. Hell, one of the great things about this game, like this iteration of Just Cause franchise, is they've really reworked the grapple system. So if I hop on the roof here, and I think it works with billboards, but I will tether the billboard to this vehicle, and then if for some reason I need to blow open the door despite it already being mine, but then I should be able to just drive, and okay, maybe not. I was going to say I can drive and pull it down, but it looks like this vehicle isn't power enough to do so. So, I noticed there is a helicopter firing at me. Let's see if it's more effective with this. So I'll grapple up and I will tether the billboard to the helicopter, and then I will hijack the helicopter from this very useless pilot, and then maybe this will do a better job at lifting up. There we go. So that's like one of the more basic ways of doing it. More creative, albeit, and more fun. In a way, that's what Just Cause has always been about, doing ridiculous things with your tethers. But as you saw with the effectiveness and the speed with my weapons, it's not really necessary. Like, there are all these cool tools at your disposal, but there's no need to use any of them. Like, what I've just done now is I've tethered a car to this helicopter, and now I could lift up this car, and it will... Oh, crap, the helicopter's on fire. I could use this as like a wrecking ball to smash other soldiers, and it's just going to fly around. I think there's a way to... That's going to explode in a second. Yeah, it shouldn't have really been that high. But it's always been about creative things like that, and if I go into the menu, you can see all my gear mods, which are ways to upgrade my tools. So if I go to the tether, you can see there are various upgrades which will increase the strength and the amount of tethers I can deploy. And I'll get into the upgrade system in a moment, because again, that's a new thing to the Just Cause franchise. But I'll just quickly say this as one of my main criticisms. You're too strong in this game. Like, the soldiers do get better, and they get tools which counter... Where did the helicopter... I was going to use that, but I've lost the helicopter now. They do get stronger, and actual gunfights can be difficult. It's just the liberation part, which, to be fair, you're going to be doing for most of the time. It's too easy to just destroy shit. And like, again, if I go back to this creativeness, you see that soldier there? I could tether this can to him, then I could pull them together, and then I could shoot the can. But why do that when I could just shoot the soldier, or they fire a fucking rocket at him? Like, it can be useful sometimes. Say this gate, so I don't have to manually go in and open it. I can tether those together and I can open the gate, allowing the my ally rebels to come in. But it's just... There's so many ways you can dispatch your enemies. There's so many ways you can be powerful that I don't... Like, is that a criticism? Is it a criticism being actually feeling as powerful as you are? I don't know. Because other games would limit it or cap it, but I don't know. That is, that's one of those more open criticisms that isn't necessarily a direct criticism, but I think I should be objective about this and not just praise everything because of how much I love it. So what have I got left? I've got to open some jail cells, so this is one of the things that does, well, that can't be solved with explosives. I need to actually get in and I need to hack these panels. So like, because I've allowed my rebel allies in, they are going to be giving me some cover fire, hopefully. I don't know what happened there. I seem to like ragdoll in the air, but there seem to be a lot of enemies. They are mostly distracted, but it seems to be okay. Every time you do something like kill multiple enemies with a grenade, a little challenge pop-up will come in, which is some nice connectivity. It's not thrown in your face, but it's there. And like, I've been called out on Twitter to beat certain scores, and it's been fun. It's been a nice little addition. So I like how they've integrated that, and how Uplay has actually been... in fact, it's not Uplay. Whatever multiplayer platform is associated with this game is actually... I wasn't responsible for that. Just to clarify, for once, I didn't cause the stupidly large explosion. Alright, so there's a statue and there's a few speakers. I think I've just spotted the statue, and let's not waste any time with this one. And there we go. So I just need to find these speakers. If you sometimes can't locate certain things, you can just go on your map and it will show you where the last few things are. So the speakers are actually quite close to me. And there, okay, I just needed to look around and I would have seen them. So then I'll plant some C4. And I will get out of here, and then that'll be this town liberated. Once you've done all the objectives, you just need to simply raise a flag to finish your performance. So what you just saw there in the last 5 minutes or so is representative of your Just Cause 3 experience. There are story missions, and the story missions in this game are great. They're not just straight up escorts, they're usually a lot more sort of scripted. And they feel really cool, and you get a lot of freedom with them. So in fact, I take it back that they're scripted. You kind of make them your own experience, much like Liberation. And the characters are all memorable. I'm actually getting into the story, which has never been the strong point of a Just Cause franchise. Is there like a... Ooh, there's an airstrip here. Alright, let's see if I can find myself a jet or something. But speaking of jets, as I mentioned or hinted towards earlier, there is a wingsuit. And with the first expansion, I want to do a separate video on the expansion, which I will get into, because somewhere in the sky, you will see if I can locate it. It might be blocked right now. Well, you'll see something in the sky at one point, and that is the focus of the expansion. But also with the expansion comes some jets on your wingsuit, and I can use these jets to basically turn myself into a jet. So it's not like, well no, I lie, it is overpowered. The jets on my wingsuit will be your main form of contact, and in a way, it ruins the experience of the game. Like, most of my transportation was basically done by using my grappling hook in addition to my wingsuit. But now the wingsuit has jets, and they just make it so much easier and so much faster. And they also give you machine guns and rockets. So if I can line one of these up, I could fire a rocket at this. It wasn't actually powerful enough to explode for pylon. But you can just see how powerful it is. There is an amount of fuel, so you can't just spam it, but the fuel recharges really quickly, and this wingsuit is only going to get more powerful as I do the expansion content. I still can't see it in the sky, but you'll see it in a moment, I'm sure. So you can turn that off, and I do, like, again, that's my criticism of the DLC. It is incredibly powerful, and you might not want to use it, but it is there, and it does speed up the gameplay, and it makes it more fun. How it's not completely overpowered in that it's hard to maneuver, it has fuel, and it doesn't benefit you too much in fights, it's just around it. Let's see if I can blow up this tower to show you a bit more example of the huge scale, like, chaos in this game. I love it. It feels a lot more like Red Faction Guerrilla, which is another one of my favourite games of all time in its destruction aspect. Things just blow up so well and so satisfyingly. Alright, I'm low on health here, so I'm just going to hightail with the helicopter and I'll use this to... In fact, was I even going here? I thought I wanted to go to the airfield. Okay, I'm in a spot of trouble. You aren't invincible in this game, and I should mention that. You can do a lot of damage, but it's very much like being a glass cannon. So I like that about it. The airfield is somewhere over here. Also, I don't need to say because you can see it, but the graphics in the game are beautiful, and... Okay, I can soak up one missile, but I can't soak up any more. I need to get out of there. SAM sites are a pain. You need to generally get to them manually and either destroy them or hack them so that they shoot down enemy helicopters. So say if I go down to this one, because I'm sure the enemy's going to be calling in some air support, I'll hack this real quick and then it will be on my side. But oh gosh, I don't know what happened there. There's a lot of soldiers and I haven't got any allies, so this is going to be a lot more difficult. I've thrown a grenade or two, but see if I can just kill these guys immediately by my side. I don't know where all these explosions are coming from. Again, I don't know if I'm responsible for those subsequent ones. Oh, okay, that guy's just going to pop. So then I'll actually hack this without getting shot. So, story in the game is great, characters are great, destruction is great, gameplay is great, it's really fun, it feels a lot more smooth. It is a bit more demanding than the previous Just Cause games. Like, I could run Just Cause 2 smooth as butter on my old laptop, but this laptop, which is actually better, it is pretty demanding, and graphically it's great, as I was saying, but it comes at a cost. You need to have a pretty decent computer. So are there any planes here? Because I haven't had much experience with planes. Also, another way they've tried to balance the wingsuit is that SAM sites will shoot at you. And if I do a 180, you can see I can actually dodge, but obviously you can hit the ground too, so you need to make sure you don't do that. But you need to try and dodge missiles, and they can be a pain. Your normal wingsuit won't trigger this, but if you're using the jet wingsuit, it will. Okay, the missiles are getting pretty out of control. I think there's more than one kind of SAM site shooting at me now. And normal parachutes as well won't trigger it. It is just the jet wingsuit that will do that. Can I just take out a normal helicopter with my guns? There we go. It's so satisfying shooting, like... I've never seen that helicopter before. It's really satisfying shooting the passenger of vehicles or helicopters instead of just destroying the vehicle itself, because they always spin out of control. How I really want to get into a car chase so I can show you what that's like. Somehow I have negative on my parachute climber, but here we go, I've got some jets. So this will be my final part, so I can just show you a bit more of the actual world and the scope of it. Because the world is huge and there's so much to do in it, it's just... I really regret missing this when it came out, but at the same time I'm happy I did, because Jesus Christ, being able to experience this now is so nice. And it feels really good. They've done a great job with this sequel. It is your Just Cause... well, I can't even say the name again. It is your Just Cause experience, except just better, I reckon. I don't think there's any reason to play Just Cause 2 over this one, is what I'm trying to say. So, the world is massively big. I still haven't been to the main island yet. Like, one of my favourite things to do in the previous games was get to the highest mountain and like do all those really lame things and explore the world. But in this, honestly, I've just been enjoying the world so far. Is this even the main island? I don't... Yeah, okay, this is now the main island, or this is the left side of it. I think the tallest mountain is somewhere over there. But if you're on the fence about this game, honestly, I do recommend it. That being said, make sure you have a good computer, a computer that can run it. Make sure you... well, if you're getting the if you get the expansion pass, which will come with a jet wingsuit, then use it. Like, it will ruin your game experience, I reckon, if you use it too much. And make sure you are making use of the actual wingsuit itself and the parachutes and the grapples, because they're much more visceral, I reckon. I'm not very good at flying jets, and I swear I'm not doing this on purpose. Is this even... like... yeah, the highest mountain is over there, you can see it in the distance. But let's, oh gosh, that was my stop. I nearly missed. That jet can go off now. I just want to see what's here. Is it really just a boring helicopter? I was expecting there to be something better at the top of this mountain. Oh, the challenges! I knew I was forgetting something. Okay, there are challenges, and in fact there's an entire upgrade system, which if I go back into the menu, this is the last thing I'll say in this video, then I've pretty much covered everything I need to. You can upgrade your character, so say if I go into weapon upgrades should be there. When you complete a challenge, depending on how well you did in the challenge, you get a certain amount of gears, and you use those gears to upgrade a specific category. Say if I did a weapon challenge, I would get weapon gears. If I did a wingsuit challenge, I would get wingsuit gears. If I did a boat challenge, I'm sure you get the point. And you basically have a skill tree. There's no choice, like you don't get to choose which skills you get, it is a straight line. So first upgrade I got for that was glass grenades, so my grenades explode as soon as they hit anything. Then I got more grenades, which increased my capacity, and then I got ones which will explode as soon as they hit a person or vehicle. And then like later upgrades include homing grenades, and they'll seek out chaos objects. So you do get more powerful, and there is an upgrade system which I personally like, and it gives you a reason to do these challenges. And like get more powerful as a character. I like that personally. Like some of them are optional, like I can turn my booster explosives on or off. You see the preview video there. Booster explosives will basically, instead of C4, it will add a like little rocket onto your grenades. But they're harder to use than C4, so I stuck to normal C4. But a lot of people are complaining because they're like, oh, I really want to get a powerful grapple or tether, but I need to hunt around these challenges. And to do the challenges, like if I go back to say this challenge actually, this is one of the wingsuit ones. If I wanted to do it, I would need to liberate the nearest area. I think it's good because it means there's a reason to liberate certain areas. And if, say, you were going after a specific thing, so I know this is another criticism, say if I wanted to upgrade my cars, people are like, oh, well, I don't know where the driving challenges are. But if you do click on an area, you can see what the liberation rewards are. Like that one comes with an explosive reward, or rather an explosive challenge. So if I liberate that area, I can do an explosive challenge which will get me better explosives. I think the option is there to find stuff if you want to, but it's probably just more fun to go around and liberate whatever the hell you want and not actively seek upgrades, because this isn't a game about upgrading your character and getting better. It's a game about having fun, and a lot of people seem to not realise that when this sequel came out, and were like, oh, they've just gone down the typical path of adding upgrades and all that shit. I don't really care. It's still a fun game, and from the beginning you feel fucking powerful. The upgrades just make you feel powerful in different ways. But yeah, this is my video on Just Cause 3, and I will be doing another one on the Sky Fortress DLC, which came out, and I'll do like a story mission or something from the DLC. I still haven't seen it. I know. Oh no, you can actually see it in the distance there if I level the camera and zoom in a little bit. I'm struggling to do this, but you can see in the sky there is a grey outline, and that is the Sky Fortress. It's a new area that was added in the DLC, and it is full of robots and drones and really powerful things. And if I go there, I can do missions which will upgrade my new wingsuit. So keep your eyes peeled for a video on that. Let me know if you'd be interested in it, or any more Just Cause 3 videos. Otherwise, I'm loving the game. I really am enjoying it. Everything about it has been great, and I'll have a link to it in the description below if you're interested yourself. But until then, this is me, Evans with Z11. Please rating if you enjoyed the video. It really does help me out. And yeah, this is me out. Peace.